Hello and welcome to what I will call the state of the channel. So in this video I'm just going to go through some random thoughts I have on this YouTube channel and some other activities I've been doing in the recent past. So let's start with YouTube itself, this channel anyway. Don't know if anyone's noticed, I haven't uploaded anything in a while, for maybe about a month. And in part that's because I've discovered this thing called Twitch. Onto that later. One other thing you may have noticed is I have a physical form now. Well, a 2D form. And does that make me a VTuber? I'm not sure. I say things on YouTube. I have a 2D avatar. No, actually, no. Live the character. Am I an avatar or is this me? I should become my avatar. I don't know. I'm still working that stuff out. But, yep. So, ironically enough, I have only been using this avatar on Twitch. So, can I even call myself a VTuber for that? Anyway. Well, let's go on to Twitch then. So, my gaming content on YouTube has been generally mostly gameplay footage and related. And I am now trying that on Twitch instead of YouTube, and generally speaking, I'm finding it a nicer experience. That's not to say that YouTube is bad, but the workflow and the user interaction on Twitch, it just works better, I think, for that type of content. I don't have a massive following on Twitch either. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I'm on about 28 subscribers on YouTube, and I'm on 25 followers, because they use slightly different terms. 25 followers on Twitch, so similar sort of scale, although I've only been doing Twitch since, I think I started in December, so just over a couple of months or so. My recent YouTube gaming push, let's call it, I've had this channel for many years, but my recent push started about 9 months ago, roughly, give or take. Just had a quick look on my video history, and that's when I restarted using the channel, let's put it that way. So, you know, still small fish. Fish. Yep. So let's just cover some random thoughts on games, recent-ish games anyway. We have Yakuza Like a Dragon. That's not to say you should try to Yakuza as a dragon would. I'm not sure how that would work. But I loved the game, played through it. Didn't really stream the main story playthrough at all, but I did stream some of the side content. So there's lots of side content I still have to complete if I want to go for 100% achievements. That's still some way off, so that's a maybe. But I love the game, I love the universe, I love the world, the story. And this game in particular made it for me because of the different combat system than others in the series. Next game, City Skylines. I still love that, still playing that. I am streaming that when I feel like it on Twitch. I've been debating if I should repackage the Twitch videos for YouTube. That's just thinking at the moment. Haven't decided if that's even worth doing at all yet. Would anyone be interested in that? I don't tend to get a massive number of what's the word I'm looking for? Active chat users, let's call them that. So it is mostly commentary on gameplay, basically. So not that different from the YouTube content, but not exactly the same either. So still lots of plans on City Skylines. I've never finished my Swindon build, the city I currently live in. Actually, it's not even a city, the town I currently live in. I'm still building my nice city, Porsche, as it was named by one of the viewers on YouTube. And occasionally I might do a little side project. So still plenty of things to do in City Skylines. Next game, Final Fantasy XIV. This is still a major time sink for me, but I'm struggling a little bit on what content I want to make. I have no problem playing the game, but I don't think people want to see me just do the daily grind. That's not interesting. I think it's a waste of time for me to try to package that as content. It's just not going to go anywhere. The last video I actually put on YouTube was called Glam in 60 Seconds. Well, it was an idea I have, basically to produce short format videos and just try it out. That didn't really go anywhere on YouTube. I can't remember the exact view count now. It was somewhere just barely over 10. So I was kind of hoping that a short video might attract and retain more viewers. It didn't go that way. But there's another YouTuber called Spiffing Brit, worth checking out. He mostly focuses on gaming exploits, and it's not limited to gaming because he's done several videos on YouTube exploits as well. And the latest one, which was only released yesterday, was about YouTube Shorts. Up to that video, I had never heard of it, but apparently it's YouTube's attempt at making a TikTok or similar short format competitor. Now, what did I just say about my last video, Glam in 60 Seconds? I looked up the limit. Short format videos for YouTube, up to 60 seconds. Great. So the idea I had to create short Glam videos could be a fit for YouTube Shorts. So I did some research on how you make the content. I mean, I only found out last night, and so it's not even 24 hours. I re-edited the last video I made. One of the limitations or restrictions or features, shall we call it, for YouTube Shorts is you need a portrait style video. I mean, to me, that just should be banned outright. It's just horrible. But that's what the format is. If that's what people want to use on their phones, fine, I'll go with it. So I re-edited the video and uploaded it last night. And I think when I checked this morning, it had a handful of views. You know, it's not exploding, but it's still early days. I'm still figuring it out. I mean, I don't even know where you go to view YouTube Shorts. I actually put into Google, which owns YouTube, into the Google search engine, type in YouTube Shorts. It doesn't take me to where I view YouTube Shorts. There's lots of people telling you how to make it and other things like that, but someone somewhere is watching them. I don't know who they are or where they are, but I can't even figure out how to watch YouTube Shorts, and I'm trying to make for it. So disconnect there, but I don't know. I'll work it out. So that may or may not go somewhere. Right at the moment, I decided to make a new dedicated channel just for the short format videos. I haven't publicised it yet because I'm just, well, one, I'm really unsure what I'm doing. I'm sort of working it out as I go along. And, you know, I don't want to inflict that on other people, but at the same time, it might feel counterintuitive. I'm not trying to promote myself on that side. But anyway, this YouTube short things has given me the incentive and motivation to make some more videos for the Glam in 60 Seconds series. So I have other Glam ideas that I could do in that format, and it would be ideal for YouTube Shorts. I'll put it on that spare channel. I might also keep making the, shall we say, the landscape version for the regular channel as well. It's essentially going to be the same footage, but just edited differently. Just see where that goes. And just as a side comment, I also realised you can upload short videos onto Twitter. I can't remember what limit it was now. It's something just over 2 minutes. So 60-second videos would go on Twitter, and I had a bit more viewership there. I think the version of the video I uploaded there was about 80 something views. So okay, still not big fish by any means, but way higher than YouTube, for example. So that's something I might experiment with a bit more as well. Okay, that's enough on, well, I strayed off a bit there. So that was meant to be about Final Fantasy XIV. But on to the next game, Genshin Impact. Now, this is a game I really loved when it first came out, but then you hit the grindy stage, and when you stop playing it, it's hard to get back in again. About a week ago, I just randomly decided, let's have a look around, see what's new, what's changed, because they've been updating it quite a lot since I stopped playing. And there was a Lantern Rite Festival going on right now, so there's a story arc for that. Just completed it, I think. So it just reminded me everything I loved about the game when I started playing it. So I streamed a little bit of it, but it wasn't planned. Going forward, I'm not sure how much more I will be playing it, because I'm hitting the grind once again. To do the regular content, I need stronger characters. To get the stronger characters, I need upgrade materials. To get upgrade materials, I need to do the grindy content. And I'm not sure I'm motivated enough to do that grindy content enough to make me progress in the main story. So that's one I'm going to watch. I mean, one of the... what's the word I'm looking for? One of my philosophies, I suppose, I live by, is if you don't enjoy it, don't do it. It's mostly aimed at gaming, but I guess it could apply to most other things. It sounds obvious, but it's not always obvious. Sometimes you do something because you feel you have to do it, and you have to recognise and draw the line, and at some point you have to go like, no, this is not for me, stop doing it, do something else. And that's what I find a bit harder to recognise in games. With gaming, you got the incentive of progression, and you might feel obligated to progress rather than doing it because you want to. And I feel that's where I have to look more carefully at Genshin Impact. Right, next game, Jurassic Park Evolution. I'm not even sure this is worth mentioning, but it was a... what's the no punctuation video series? I can't remember the name now, but it was in that. I saw the, if you can call it, review of that, and it got my interest. So coincidentally, it was on sale on Steam, so I bought it, and it's interesting. I've done a bit of the, I don't know, story mode, campaign mode, whatever it's called, and it's okay, but it's not dragging me in as much as I hoped it would. Still want to play it, but I don't know how much more I will be playing it. But again, that would be on Twitch anyway. I don't think I'll make a YouTube content for that. Is there any other PC game I've forgotten? Well, I think that's enough coverage on PC side anyway. Mobile gaming wise, I'm still active in 2 games. One is Azur Lane. I've been playing that since forever. I think since pretty much the English version came out. And it's not one I think I can make interesting content on. I don't know. Would anyone be interested in gameplay content? The more successful YouTubers in the Azur Lane space, they make information videos, guides. And, I think that's a well-covered area. They don't need me joining in. Can I give any new or unique insight? Not on the information side. On the gameplay side, it's still a bit grindy, repetitive. Yes, I know what I said earlier, but I'm still interested enough in this game that, I still play it daily. I'm still invested in my ship girls. Got to collect them all. Wait, that's another game. I didn't put it on my list actually. Pokemon Go. I used to... up to about December, I was playing it pretty much daily. It was just a part of my exercise routine. But since, like I said, about mid-December, the weather got horrible, it's cold, it's wet. I just haven't been doing my exercise. I actually feel fatter. Not great, I know, but that hasn't gone anywhere either. And again, I'm not sure I could make any meaningful content for that. And finally, Love Live All-Stars. Another game I've been playing on and off since the official English version came out. That is... I did have an idea for a video for that, which was an information guide, sort of like a team building for dummies. I should go back one step, I suppose, before that. For those not familiar with Love Live All-Stars, it is not a rhythm game, although it has a rhythm game mechanic in it, but it's meant to be an RPG. So you level up your characters, you get them better equipment, you get them better skills, and then you defeat the song, which is effectively like a boss. And the difficulty of that game is team building. So each song will have a different, I'm going to call it gimmick. So you then have to build your team around that song, and it's not intuitive, it's not obvious, and beginners might struggle with it. So I thought a beginner's guide to team building might be useful. So I started writing a possible script for that, and the more I wrote, the more I thought no one is going to ever watch all of this. It's a very fine line between giving enough information and giving too much information. And there's just so much information in the game. I'm not the best at distilling what is necessary, what is essential, what do you really need to know versus what should you know if you want to play the game at a high level. There's another YouTuber, if I haven't got them mixed up, it's Umida, and he's done a Love Live All Stars University series, which goes into every little detail that you thought anything you wanted to know about the game, and then some. And as I started writing mine, before that existed, that is what I almost started turning into writing, and I don't know the game well enough to write that anyway. And once again, the thought was it's meant to be a beginner's guide, but it's just so easy to go too deep. So no, I'm not. I don't think that's going to happen now. It's not likely to happen. I might or might not pick it up at some point, but I don't plan to in the short term. So, and the other part of All Stars is the gameplay, and I don't know or if I can even stream that because it's a music game, and copyrights and things. That's going to be a major problem, I think. So I did check on Twitch. There is a channel for it, or not channel. I don't know what you call it now. If you go to browse by game, it lists the games. You can find All Stars on a game list. You click on that. And when I looked at it last time, there were about 3 streamers on it, and none of them were streaming anything from the game. I think they were just using it to stream stuff that might be a bit questionable for the platform, so they just miscategorize it intentionally. But it doesn't look like there's anyone active in that space on Twitch, and once again, I think copyright could be a major problem in that. So I don't see myself doing gameplay videos on that. So on the mobile side then, well, let me know if you think any of Azur Lane, Love Live All Stars, or even Pokemon Go somehow. I'm not even sure how I would try streaming that. If any of those are interesting, let me know. But I don't really expect to do mobile game streaming for the reasons I just mentioned. So, right, back to the original topic, which is where is the YouTube channel going? I don't have a good answer for that. I don't know myself. I'm kind of learning as I go along still. I am thinking that a lot more of my gameplay content, because of the nature of the content, does feel more natural on Twitch. So if you are interested in my gameplay, please do follow me on Twitch. I'll put a link in the description or somewhere. YouTube, it doesn't mean I'm abandoning YouTube, but it does mean I will probably be producing a lot less content for it. Not everything will go onto Twitch. Not everything fits or belongs on Twitch. So some content may still naturally fit better on YouTube. If I continue the Glam on 60 Seconds series, for example, that is a natural fit for YouTube. It does not fit on Twitch. It's a fixed format content. So that's one of the differentiations between the two platforms. And I think that is it. Once again, if you want the latest information, my latest activities, Twitter is the best place to find me for that. Again, I'll put a link somewhere for that because I can never remember it. I've been inconsistent in my name spacing, so I have to make sure I don't put the wrong spacing in or whatever. And I'm assuming no one knows or cares, but I also have a Facebook page, I think only about 2 or 3 people have ever seen it, and that includes myself. And I'm thinking I'm going to discontinue that, but like I said, no one knows about it anyway, so it's not a great loss. Yep, that's everything I think I wanted to cover. So I'll put the Twitter and Twitch links in the description. Please follow me on those if you're interested. Thank you for your time, thanks for watching, and see you next time.